Hi everyone, Luna Gamer Alex here, and this is YosUki and Games. And I'm alone in my game room. I live stream every single one of my gaming sessions since 2010, and I have been saving them to my YouTube channel. I do this to allow me to take a glimpse back at all of my gaming adventures, sort of a detailed observations of my life as a gamer. The session is starting now, and I thank you for watching. Alright, so we're gonna try this Buddyland with Charlie and the Tormentor again. Because it was so fucked up the last time, and I really liked this combo. It was really, really rough last time, but yeah, we're gonna try this one more time here. And again, of course, I forgot to start the app because I wanted to watch this live stream of a tournament, but you know what? We'll do this again. Same situation. Charlie versus Tormentor. Revenge. Oh, that's cute. And then it says revenge if you do the same thing. Yeah, it's just gonna try it again. Now I did randomize the setup again. So now I got Buddy Day. Yes, the name of the configuration there. So I guess, so the feeling that I'm getting with Buddy Day is like everyone's gathering close to the stage because it's a celebration of Buddy. But of course, this is the Tormentor's doing. She's the one who's setting up this whole situation and setting up traps everywhere. So, and yeah, I still haven't checked out the lore for Buddyland, but if you know what Five Nights at Freddy, what that game's all about, I guess it's the same kind of situation. Okay, so I've randomized everything again. The death trap for the victim, the final girl, the items, and again, Charlie's giant hammer is a really lucky item because it popped up again, and like I said before in previous playthrough attempts, I didn't even set the 11 items aside. I always just add her giant hammer into the whole pile, a stack of items, and most of the times it's just gonna show up and it's gonna be like the first item on the list, so which is kind of funny. All right, so the only thing that I haven't set up here is the event and the first trap. So with this configuration, the first trap is going to be it's going to happen over here. So let's go ahead and do that now. So that person is going to be strapped to the drowning tank. No one has ever escaped the drowning tank. Okay, so let's get that here. Oh, what happened here? I usually have some space. Okay, so, and let me find the, I think we should just, I wish these tokens are a little brighter though, the graphics on them, but it's just kind of dim. There it is. Okay, drowning tank. So there's a drowning tank over here while everyone's gathering. There's actually a person struggling to get out of the drowning tank over there, set up by the Tormentor. Okay. And then now we're going to check out the event. And it is going to be Buddy Up. When saving victims, you must save 2 or more at a time. You may ignore this effect for an entire action phase by discarding an improvise or distraction card. Okay, I mean that's not bad. And I like the grab 2 anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, well, there are a couple of times where I only save one because of convenience, it just happened to be there. But usually I always grab two, so I don't think that's going to impact us that much. Okay, so let's get going. This should be pretty fast. We'll see. Okay, so thankfully it's pretty close, but this is something that we also have to hit. No? Oh, this just requires time and a move, so we want to make sure that we save walks. So this is not that bad actually. Um, it's 3 spaces away from where I'm at. So because of that, it's going to take a couple of turns for us to get there anyway. So might as well use, well, unless I use walk twice, but then it will be, you know what, let's try, well, no, because I always try to get focus done. That way we can roll 3 dice. Um, and we want to make sure that we're not going to be wasting the action cards. So we need to make sure we have one. Because if we get there, we need to have 5 turns. Oh, we have to do it in 2 turns, actually. Wow, that's it's gonna take us a couple of turns to be able to do this. Oh, and then the problem with this is, the longer you wait, the possibility of you opening that lid is the chances of you being able to successfully do that is lessened by the fact that whenever the timer moves on this trap, it's going to increase the amount of turn that you lose. So like the first next turn is only during this turn, we're gonna lose 1 time. So we do need to get there this turn, I think, to be able to get that first one done. So we have to move now. I'm not even gonna mess around with focus. We're gonna try and get there. We can still do focus as long as we get here at the end of this turn. I think is the trick, and we don't lose any more time, because then at the start of next round, we want to make sure we will start with only having 5 time slots, because when this moves up, it's gonna take away 1 time slot. So we're gonna start with 5. So we need to make sure that we get there at the end of this turn. So let me go ahead and use focus then. 1 success, 1 maybe. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that. Reduce the horror by 1, and then you lose 1 time slot. We're gonna do focus again. See if we can get this down to 1 more level. 1 success, 1 maybe again. We'll take it. So this is gonna go down here now, and then this is gonna go down by 1. Okay, so now we're gonna do a walk. If the thing here is, if I'm going to walk twice, then I need to be able to buy sprint, which is fine, because sprint is what, 2. I think we should be able to do it. So let's go ahead and do that. 3 dice for this. Oh, fuck. 2 maybes. I would say just take the hit. Move 1 space. Shit. I need to make sure that I have 2 left so I can buy sprint. That's the most important thing. Okay, if we get rid of these 2. Okay, this is really risky. Fuck. This trap actually is very devious, because I'm just looking at this. It's actually a very, very devious trap, because the only way you can win this, able to help this person, rescue this person, is you have to do it fast, or you have to be successful with 2 focus cards at later turns, because of the amount of time that you lose every time that the trap progresses. This is a very devious, nasty little trap, because If you don't do it immediately, you need to be able to successfully roll focus. I mean, crit focus. So because that's the only way you can gain time. You can't just sacrifice your card to gain time, right? Because that's only, let me see here, because that's, you can only do that before the planning phase, I believe. Um, okay, let's just discarding action cards to gain time. Oh, at any point before the action phase ends, you may discard. Oh, okay, so it's actually not as bad as I think it is. Okay, I misunderstood this. Because it says at any point before the action phase ends, you may discard as many action cards as you wish in exchange for time. Gaining time is this way would allow you to extend the phase or give you more time to spend during the planning phase. Okay, so it's it's still possible, but we have to sacrifice a lot of cards. Okay, so I'm not too scared anymore. Yeah, because I was gonna say that is almost seemingly impossible unless you crit your focus cards. So it's not as horrible as I thought it would be. So at later rounds, so I think we're okay. So let's just go ahead and sacrifice short rest and weak attack because we don't need an attack to do that yet. So that we can move one space. So we're gonna move here and then we're gonna lose one health though. Oh no, we move one space and we're gonna lose one time. And then we're gonna do a walk again and see if we can get to that space. Yeah, this is fine. One success, one maybe. We're out of action cards, so we're gonna take the one success. So we're gonna move over here, and then we're gonna lose one time slot. Okay, so for the preparation phase, I'm gonna grab sprint, and that is it. One, two. All right. Well, yeah, we have to sacrifice a lot of cards to be able to get this done. So we might not be able to get this person out next. Of course, we can't do it next turn, but we're going to do it in a couple of turns. That's fine. Okay, so the Tormentor here activates. So this is going to progress by one. And we're going to lose one time slot. Okay, and then we're going to draw the tarot cards. How they sneak in? Okay, this is a map card here for Buddyland. It says roll 3 dice and place one victim for each die. Result as follows. Oh, additional people coming in, so additional victims. So that's funny. All right, so we're gonna have additional victim coming in. We roll 3 dice and place one victim for each of the die. Okay. All right, so three additional victims. This is wild. Okay, 1, 2, and a 4. So 1 is the jungle gym. These kids are sneaking into Buddyland. And then 1, 2, and 2 is also the jungle gym. So now there are 2 additional victims at the jungle gym. And then a 4 is dining area. So that is going to be over here. Oh, we need another yellow meeple. Wow, there are a lot of victims in here. That's funny. Okay, so that's done. Nobody panics. And then there's nothing for me to resolve. Okay, so all good. All right, so now it's my turn again. We have sprint, so that's what we're gonna use to try and get to this space here. So one success, 2 maybes, so we can move up to 2 spaces, but we're only gonna move 1 space here. So we're now with this guy, person. We'll say guy for this one. So now with this guy who's in the drowning tank. Okay, and then we lose 1 time slot. That's all that I can do. So my turn is over. We're gonna go into the planning phase. I do get all of these freebies back, which is nice. And we have to sacrifice some of these cards for us to be able to get them out of the tank. Okay. Goes back to 6. Oh no, hold on. It was at 4, right? I can also buy. Totally forgot. Okay, let's see what I want to buy. Because I only have 6 cards and I have 4 points there. What do I want to buy? I think I'm gonna get search so we can get a weapon. So I'm gonna grab search for 2, and then I can get something else. I think I should get another search. Or we can grab 2 close calls. Oh, that's gonna bump me up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm gonna grab close calls. 1 time currency each. So, all right, very nice. This is good. And with having additional cards, we also can buy time. So this is gonna work out great for us. Okay, this goes back to 6. And now the Tormentor is activating, so this is going to move up by 1, and now we're going to lose 2 time slots. Okay. We're going to draw the Terror card, and it's playtime. This is also the Buddyland map card. So it says roll a die and apply the following result. 1 to 3, place the killer with the closest target. 4 to 6, the killer will attack a victim. A move towards a victim, but there's no movement. That's interesting. Oh, just attack a victim. Repeat the above effect 5 more times. You may reduce the number of times by 1 for each action, and you discard from your hand, but you must decide it all at once before repeating the effect. This is interesting, but the thing is, we don't have a killer here, so this is ignored. Now the question I have is let me just look at the Tormentor here. I think if something like this happens, I don't think we draw another Terror card. We just ignore the effect. The Tormentor will not appear until the finale is revealed. Until then, killer actions on Terror cards are ignored. Also, while the Tormentor is not on the board, the effect asks you to place something in relation to the killer. We know how to do that. Place the killer, ignore the effect. Once the finale has been revealed, the Tormentor will be placed on the board in the beginning of the next killer phase. Okay. Okay, so this is just ignored. We're not going to draw another one. Okay, it's completely ignored. Okay, so this is working out for us so far. Okay. No one's panicking. Nothing that I have to do in the upkeep. Oops. Things are just flying all over the place. Killer phase, panic phase, upkeep phase. Yep. Just the back of the manual actually has all that. I need to just I need to refer to it. We'll just put it up here. Yeah, my play space is just limited, unfortunately. Okay. Charlie's turn. We only have, because of the penalty from the drowning tank, we only have 4 time slots. So now we can sacrifice our cards to be able to get this person out of this tank. Now the problem is the second one, we have to move. We have to score a move and spend 2 time slot. So then what we should do is sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 3 cards. So we'll sacrifice short rest, 1 focus, and 1 close call. Oh, and this goes back here. Okay. And that's going to get us 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I'm going to take care of the first phase, which is unlatch and open the tank lid. And that requires 5 time slots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's taken care of. Lastly, pull the victim from free. Move 1 space and then 2 time slot. We have 2 time slots. So all we have to do is get a success on the walk. And then spend 2 time cards. So the problem with that is I think we need to sacrifice 1 more card because we need to have 3. Well, no, because we're going to use 1, 2, and then how does that work then? If it's simultaneous. See, I mean, this is the problem I think with some of these trap cards, like when they ask you to do 2 things at once and you have to accomplish both things. Because here with the move, it didn't say move 1 space. Yeah, but I mean, because you just have to get both of those at the same time. But whenever you're successful in moving, like with the walk card, it does come with the requirement that you have to reduce time by 1. So does that happen after I use the time to, like I use the 2 times required to do this action? Because if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? The sequence of it doesn't make any sense to me. Because if we use this first, then it goes by 1, and then if we spend 2, we don't have to. But if we do, we spend the time first before we do the move, you don't necessarily need to have the time remaining when they ask you to reduce the time. It just means that your action, you can't take any more action during this turn. So yeah, I think that's a little bit problematic with some of these requirements for the traps, because I wish that they wouldn't do that. Instead of 2 steps and then the second step you have to do 2 things at once, they should have just split it into 3 steps, because they did that with a number of different traps. It's and then I think I already tried to look for this, and I don't think I see. Yeah, if an escape task requires you to spend time to complete, you may only do so if it does not cause the time to go below 0. But the problem, like I said, with this is what's the sequence of this? Because it says move 1 space and 2 times. So do you have to move 1 space first? Or does it matter? I mean, it's. I just know that you have to do both of those at the same time. You may play multiple cards to complete the escape task. However, you must fully complete the task before the action phase ends, so the progress will be lost. Okay, let's read this part. You may play multiple cards to complete an escape task. However, you must fully complete the task before the action phase ends, or the progress will be lost. For example, if you need 2 attacks to complete the task but are only able to do 1, that damage will be wasted and lost when the action phase ends. So I'm reading this now because I think the way that we've been looking at this before is you have to make sure that you have enough damage when you're successful in incurring damage. But it sounds like to me now, reading this again, you actually get to keep that damage as long as the action phase hasn't ended yet. So I can actually have, for example, weak attack and furious strike. I can get 1 on furious strike and a 1 on weak attack. As long as it's within that action phase, you can combine them both. Okay, so I'll just take it that way. Yep. So that's why you just have to keep playing these. The more you play, the better your understanding of the game. All right. I think you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and sacrifice a card so I can have more than enough for the requirements that I need to get this done. So I'm gonna sacrifice close call. And I will get one more here. And then now I'm going to use walk. We should be able to do this. So I need to be able to to get that move up to one space. I get a double actually. So that's a success, and I have 2 time slots. So 1, 2. I actually didn't even need to have. I mean, oh no, I do, because the effect of this still takes effect actually, the -1 times, so it goes down to 2, and then I'm gonna use 2 time slot to complete the task. So now I'm at 0. So I'm able to get this person out of the trap. So this is done, thankfully. Wow. All right. This is done. I can still perform an action because I'm not because I'm at a 0. Only if you go below 0 that you can't do anything else. So what I should do right now is trying to get items. And the 2 places where I can do that, one is at the price counter and one is at the ball pit. But what I really need to do is go to the dining area. That way I can get her giant hammer. So I think I should be heading that direction. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. And we're in round 3. Okay. I mean turn number 3. Okay, so we're gonna use walk then. Again. Oh, I'm not gonna have anything. I need to, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice 2 of my cards after this. So. 2 successes here. So we got a double, so we can move 2 spaces. So 1, 2. So we're gonna go over there. And then time gets moved to oh, and before that happens, I think you can do this at any time, right? You're getting rid of your cards before the end of the action phase. Let's see here. At any point before the action phase ends. So yeah, these 2 are gonna get sacrificed. So I can get 2 points. So I can get 2 points. All over the place. Wow. So actually, it's at 0, right? 1, 2. Oh, I can't even afford that, actually. Because this goes down by 1 because of that. Okay. I can't even afford another movement card. That's crazy. Okay. I shouldn't have moved. Well, what are we gonna do? Am I gonna go back and just fix that? Yeah. So because I was already at the 0, so it's not like I can buy anything. But then at least I get to keep my the walk and the 2 things that I sacrificed, which is focus and weak attack. You know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna let that play because I'm not gonna go back. Just gonna let that play. That's fine. Planning phase, I can't get anything. Yeah, I'm gonna learn from that mistake for sure. You know, sometimes you don't have to just go crazy and just do everything. Just make sure you have enough. Make sure you have some time currency to buy things for the next turn. So that's something that I really need to learn playing this game. Okay. So I don't get anything during this planning phase, which is crazy. I only have a search card for Next one, I can't do anything, so I'm just over here like talking with these two victims, saying, "Oh, something's going on in here." Um, okay. So now it's the killer's turn. So she's gonna activate, but there's no more traps. So and then we're just gonna go to draw our tarot card. It looks like it's going to be the Tormentor card, and it says live or die. Oh no, someone's gonna be in a trap now. The victim in the space with the most victims. So that will be. Oh, it's a tie. Multiple places with multiple rooms with two victims. So the next criteria is farthest from you. Okay. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One of these guys. So one of these guys actually is going to be in a trap. So let's see which trap it is. It's the swinging blades. So, oh, and then we have to remove this. I forgot to remove it during the last upkeep. So let me go ahead and remove that. So this guy is going to be going to be strapped to the swinging blades. It's right here. Okay. All right. Panic phase, nothing's happening, and then upkeep, there's nothing. Okay, so now back to Charlie. She can't do anything. She's out of freaking action cards. She can only do a search, but that's like one space away. So unfortunate. Okay. But that's okay. Now we have 6 that we can spend this turn. So it's a planning phase. So we're gonna grab all the freebies. Well, we have 6, so we might not be able to keep all these freebies. We might have to get rid of some of them, because right now we have 7 cards. We should take a sprint because this thing is way across this way. And what do we need for that? We need to attack, time, attack, and then move. Okay. And we need to be able to move 2 spaces. Okay. So we can combine the two walk cards actually for that to 1+1, as long as we can, as long as we accumulate it during the action phase or for the end of the action phase. That's what it says. Let's reread that. You may play multiple cards to complete the escape task. However, you must fully complete the task before the action phase ends, or your progress will be lost. For example, if you need 2, but only able to get 1, it will be wasted and lost when the action phase ends. So if it's within the action phase, we can actually accumulate them. So you don't necessarily need a weapon. But I was going to go over there just to be able to grab the giant hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can grab 3 more cards. I think what I'm going to do is grab 2 sprints. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can only grab 1 more card, unless I want to get rid of one of the freebies that I picked up. I have 2. Because I also need to have 2 attacks. But that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 turns away before that person is dead. So I might actually just go to the dining area and do a search. You know what? I'll grab another search. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Now the tap is going to progress. So next space over there, it's going to be horror level going up. That's not good. And then we're going to draw the tarot card. Faulty construction. Oh, this is going to help us for sure. Okay, choose a death trap and play. Mark the next escape as completed without having to fulfill the requirements. So that's very nice. Okay, so this is round 4. So we don't have to worry about spending 5 time slots. We can go straight to cutting the ropes because there's a faulty construction on that trap. Okay. No one's panicking. I don't have to maintain anything for the upkeep. All right, so now back to Charlie. I'm going to go ahead and go to the dining area just so that I can get a weapon. So I'm going to use a walk. We should do focus first, actually. So let's see if I can get 3 dice again. I'm going to do a focus. Oh, it's only 2. Well, I rolled 3. I got two successes here. We're just gonna say that I got 1 success, 1 fail. Okay, so I lose 1 time, and horror level goes down by 1. Because I was gonna say, oh, I got a double. No, that would be cheating. Because I rolled 3. Rule of infinite evil. We'll just say that I actually roll 1 success and then 1 fail. So, all right. So now we're gonna walk. All right. Should I focus again? Because next one we're just gonna lose time, so that's fine. You know what? Let's walk. We got a double, so we can move up to 2 spaces. We only need 1, so we're gonna move over here. And I'm gonna grab this person on my way out so that we can get them closer to the exit. Okay, so I'm gonna do a search so we can get the Charlie's giant hammer. Double success, so that means that I can check the next item actually for that we can find in this area, and then I can choose one that I want to keep. Okay, the other one is a birthday cake. You may use this to ignore horror level going up during the killer phase. I refuse to die on my birthday. Happy birthday, Billy. And you can use it twice. Okay, this is actually not bad. But this is also very good. So I'm gonna grab the Charlie's giant hammer first. Okay, we're just gonna. Every time you use this, your health goes down by 1, and then you end your turn because it takes a lot to use it. But I'm gonna grab that first, and then place the other one top face up or underneath face down. So I'm gonna let this one be the second item that I can grab from this area, and I think I'm gonna do a search again so I can grab the birthday cake. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another search. Oh, and then I lose 1 time. Okay, so we're gonna do another search. See if we can get that birthday cake. Yeah, double. So now I can check what's underneath the birthday cake also, and choose the one that I like better. Okay, so the next item that I can get here is an extension cord. This makes for a great whip. Okay, if you're in an adjacent to an arcade space, you may attack any arcade space regardless of range. That's cute. Like you're tugging on the extension cord that's like you can find all over the arcade area, the four spaces in the middle here. That's a cool item, but I don't have a need for this, and since she's not gonna show up until the very end anyway, so we're just gonna I'm gonna grab the birthday cake, and then with this item I don't see the need for this, so I'm going to go ahead and place it face down at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And then we lose one more time slot. Okay, so I have walk, weak attack, and focus still. Oh, and I have sprint also. I forgot that I was like, where's sprint? Oh yeah, I have it. I think I should at least start sprinting that direction. Just use one sprint, I think. Just use one. We better just start moving. Should I use focus first? Is the question. I think the answer to that is a yes. Let's use focus. One success, one maybe, one fail. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this success. Just gonna go down one more, and then we lose one more time slot. So we're not down to 2. And I'm also trying to plan ahead here which cards that I really want to have in my repertoire here. I need weak attack to be able to cut the rope. It would help if I have Furious Strike. I can sacrifice Short Rest. I really want to keep walk though, so I can start moving that direction. I think I should, you know what I should do? Well, we're not getting any additional cards during this planning phase. We don't get any free cards this planning phase because we grab all of them pretty much last planning phase. I need 4. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of I need weak attack. Yeah, I don't need to get Furious Strike necessarily. I think we should end it here. Okay, I'm gonna end the action phase here. So we have 2 points available. I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 points to grab 2 close calls. And then that's it. So okay. Okay, so the Tormentor activates, so it's gonna move up by 1, and I lose 1 time slot. And we're gonna draw a tarot card. And it says, TikTok, speed up the clock. Great. That is wonderful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it moves up 1 more time, and it's going to increase the horror level by 1. But remember, we have the birthday cake, so I'm going to use it this time. You can only do it twice. So I'm going to use it this time to nullify the effect. So we're good. So the horror level is still at 0. Okay. No one's panicking and nothing to resolve during the upkeep. So now it's back to Charlie. She has 5 time slots. So now we should start running towards the victim. Oh, now we only have 2 turns before this person dies. So, all right, let's do a sprint. Let's do it. 1 success, 2 fails. So I can move up to 2 spaces and then I lose 1 time. So I'm gonna bring this person with me because we're gonna get them closer to the exit. So 1, and then I'm gonna grab 2 of them closer to the exit, 2. Okay. And then we're gonna do sprint again. I should have re-roll 1, but it's okay. Well, maybe we'll have to re-roll this time. Oh, and then yeah. Okay. Oh, and then I lose 1 time. That's right. Because I didn't start with 6 actually. I started with 5 because this was in addition to the previous. Because I lose time and then with TikTok speed up the clock, it moves up 1 more time. Okay, yeah. So I actually have 5 and now I'm down to 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, let's sprint again. Double maybes in 1. We can turn the double maybes into 1 yes, I think. Let's do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sacrifice close cards. Should I re-roll or should I sacrifice? I mean, if I sacrifice both cards, it's guaranteed that I can move up to 2 spaces. Well, if I re-roll, I might not get anything back. I'm just gonna sacrifice them. So I'm gonna turn 1 of the maybes into a yes, so that means I can move 2 spaces and then I lose 1 time slot. So 1, 2. So I'm just 1 space away from the trap. Okay, and then I lose 1 time. Let's see. I have 3 points to spend. And I'll get a bunch of stuff from here. Okay, I'm good. So I'm gonna end the turn here. And during the planning phase, we're gonna grab all of these back. And we have 3 points to spend. There's nothing to buy. We can grab another search, I guess. Improvise is actually kind of scary if you're unlucky. But it could be good. The same with distraction. But I don't need that right now, but I'm gonna need it eventually. You know what? I'm just gonna grab improvise. Yeah, let's grab improvise for 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, so she activates and it's gonna move 1 more. So now we're gonna lose 1 time. And then we're gonna resolve a tarot card. This is turn number 6. Panic at the Disco. If there are no victims, discard. Panic all victims in each arcade space. If a victim panics into a space with an enemy, the victim is killed. If no victim was killed, she still gets a bloodlust because she's so excited to see everyone started panicking. Okay, so everybody in the arcade space, there are like 7 people there. That is horrible. This would have been actually really nasty with a regular killer. It just happened to be close by, but since she doesn't show up until the very end, at least nobody's gonna die, but she's gonna get her guaranteed bloodlust. Uh, okay. So we'll do this person first. 5, so this person's gonna go over here. Oh, nice. So this person actually is gonna head towards the exit. At least there's that. Okay, now we're gonna roll for these two. A 5 and a 6. So the 1% actually goes this way, and the other one goes to the exit. Okay, that's great. And then those two over there, a 1 and a 2. So they are both gonna go over here to the price counter. And then the last two over here, a 5 and a 6. So they are, one is gonna run to the room with the trap, and the other one's gonna go down over here. Oh, and this is supposed to be removed because we don't have that anymore. The tank. Okay, that's done. And now I can stand them up again. Okay, so I only did that so that I know that I've taken care of what I needed to do. Okay, it's all done. That's a pretty cool card, by the way. That's I like that. I see what they're doing with that. But okay, so nobody died. She still gets a bloodlust if no victims was killed. So this is gonna go up by 1, and then now I have to get rid of 1 random action card. She's such a bitch. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle this, and we're gonna discard 1. Okay, discard that one. Now it's my focus card. Go ahead and suck on it. So a lint went in there. Okay. I was like, how did that card gets damaged? It's inside the freaking sleeve, but it was a lint. Okay. All right. No one's panicking because no one's dead. That person is almost dead, so hopefully next turn I can save him. And nothing to resolve during the upkeep, so we're back to Charlie. She has 5 points to spend. So we're gonna walk into that space. So on the focus, focus was just removed, so it stays in there. So we're gonna walk. We're using 3 dice. Double success there, so I can move up to 2 spaces, but I only need 1, so I'm gonna move over here, and we're gonna try and save this person. Remember that when there are other victims there who are not in a trap, they can actually help you, so you get an additional die to help with the rolls. So okay, so first off, we have to cut the rope for 2 damage. Now I only have 1 attack card. So that means that I do have to use the giant hammer to increase the power of the attack. So I'm going to go ahead and use weak attack. And instead of rolling 3, we're rolling 4 because we get help from these people over here. So even if there are a lot of people, the maximum is you get 1 additional die. Okay, I get a double success, triple success actually. So we get 1 attack with no penalty, and we're also using Charlie's giant hammer. The problem with using this giant hammer, though, it's gonna end our turn. Sorry, dude, you're gonna die. I just realized that I should have grabbed the extension cord. I fucked up. I should have grabbed the extension cord because with the extension cord it can add 1 damage. We already know it's down here, so it's not like I'm cheating or anything. But it's 1 additional damage, and there's no penalty. I should have grabbed that item. I should have grabbed that item. As Charlie is like doing this attack, she realizes that if I use this giant hammer, I'm not gonna be able to move you to safety because it's so heavy. When I'm not gonna be able to. And then these two over here, they're just so frail. They're not gonna be able to move you. Well, that person is dead. I'm sorry. We're not even gonna bother using that. Actually, it's yeah, because that's gonna end my turn. And we're gonna take damage as she's realizing that okay, there's nothing I can do here. So we touched that guy's handsome face, gave him a we gave him a little kiss. Sorry, there's nothing else we can do. Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, I came and I tried to help, but there's nothing I can do. I should have. We didn't have enough to grab a furious strike. I fucked up. So Charlie's giant hammer is like a blessing and a curse. I'm sorry, Charlie. I think I have to I have to replace you with a different final girl. Your giant hammer is it's a lucky item because it keeps popping up, but yeah, it's not helping us here. So and the reason why because every time you use an item, whatever the effect of the item, while you're trying to resolve these traps, you still have to resolve the effect of the item. You're just not doing the things that you usually do with those items. For example, move. You're not actually moving. Um, but yeah, anything else, the effect of the item will actually be resolved. Uh, Let me just read that part. Yeah, other effects resulting from resolving the action card or using the item are still applied. See, they know. So that's why they even mention using the item. So, yep. Sorry. Just keep rubbing his handsome, stubbly, handsome face. And just tell him, shh. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry. You're gonna die. So, whatever I need to do before that happens, just tell me, and I'll do the best that I can to fulfill your final wishes. Okay. Well, so this was wasted too because I did use it. I'm not gonna take that back. I still used it until I realized there's nothing I can do. Um, we can start moving. we can go to the counter and grab the token, or we can go to the ball pit and grab the food tray. The food tray can actually and you have to hold it with one hand. It's a one-hander. But when you carry that around, you can nullify one attack. But yeah, that's not going to help us too much with the Tormentor until the end. But maybe I should get the. We're 2 spaces away from the price counter. I think we should head over there and just do a search when we get there. This is, let's do a focus though. While we're in here, we're gonna do a focus and see if I can gain some more time. So we don't get a free additional die for being in that space, right? Only to help with When the victim advances, where is that? If there's only at least one untrapped victim, you may add +1 to your horror rolls when resolving actions towards completing an escape task. So it can't help me with my focus roll, so that's fine. So I have one success. So I gain one time, but then I lose one time. So it was worthless, really. Okay. So let's just walk. Let's see if we can get 2 spaces, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, double success. So I get to walk. I get to walk 2 spaces, and then I lose 1 time slot. So 1, 2, and then I lose 1, and that's it for my turn. And I'm gonna do for preparation. I'm gonna grab a search card. So that's 1, 2, and then I'm gonna grab a. I think I should grab a sprint so I can move. Okay. 1, 2. All right. So that's done. Oh, these are all freebies. Okay. All right. She activates, so the trap continues to progress. So now this person is dead, split in half. His groin got sliced by the swinging blades, because the Tormentor actually didn't position the blade to cut through the your abdomen. She actually positioned it lower, so it slices through your groin. So, because she's sadistic like that. So this person is dead. So, and she gets 1 more bloodlust. And we'll remove that during the upkeep. Let's draw another tarot card. This is turn number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is turn number 7. And 1 person has died. Okay. Hunger for blood. Place the killer in the kitchen, party room. Yes, this gets ignored because the Tormentor is hiding until the very end of the game. So, okay. And then let's panic. Panic phase. So these 2 are gonna panic because these two just witnessed that guy got his groin destroyed. So we're gonna roll for them. 5 and a 1. So 1 person ran that way, and the other person ran this way. Okay. All right. And then let's remove that. All right. Cool. All right, so now it's my turn again. Oh, the effect of that person, us losing that trap actually failed result is 1 increase in the horror level, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat my birthday cake to nullify the effect. So it's gonna stay at a level 0. Okay. But we're out of cake now. Okay. And this is round 8. Okay. All right, we're gonna search. Let's see what we can find over at the price counter. Double success, so we can actually check what's underneath the arcade token. And it is a claw machine token. And for this one, discard while in an arcade space to look through the unused item cards and take 1 of your choice. Yes, I'm gonna grab that one. And then This might still be useful. This is to reduce the horror level. I mean, in case it goes up. So I'm just gonna leave that up. I'm gonna grab this one because we're so close to the arcade space too. So that way I can just pick and choose. It says, what is it? Look through the unused item cards. Wait, the whole thing? Discard while in an arcade space to look through the unused item cards and take one of your choice. We can look at everything? I won. I actually won. Was the flavor text. Are you kidding me? It didn't specify. Since it didn't specify, that means everything. Because it could have said the top, you know, the top. What would it say? Top face-up card or something like that. It would have described it. So it just says unused items. So you can look through all of those and pick one. That is incredible. Okay. All right. So and then we lose one time slot here. Okay. What else can we do? We can sprint, but where would we go? I guess we can sprint down here and then save more people and save these people. Actually, I need one, two, three. One, two, three. I just need three. So I should use improvise first. Let's do that. I'm gonna use improvise to increase my chances of being able to run down that direction. One success, one maybe. So for the next horror roll, all 3s and 4s are successes. So we'll keep that in mind. And I'm going to use sprint. Lucky. So I have one maybe, so that becomes a success. But that means I can only move up to 2 spaces. So, I mean... Oh, that's fine too, because you know what? There's also an exit over here, and I can travel over there, right? Yeah. So I'm going to grab 2 people here. Move them up here. You know, there's an exit right here from the back of the stage. So, and then remember that you can only save 2 or more at a time. So, and since with dropping off people at the exit and sending them on their way, you can actually do that as you're passing through the area. So this is, and since we can move twice, 2 spaces, so I'm going to say 1 and then I come back here 2 after I send them off on their way. So we actually get, so I'm going to get 2 time slots, and then I'm going to use the other one for move 1 space. And now I can move this. Oh, and then I can't. Hold on, because remember with Buddy Up, I can't. Sinister. So I can't just grab this person and move him over there and send him on his way, because they can only leave 2 at a time. You may ignore this effect for an entire action phase by discarding. Oh, you can ignore it if you discard improvise and distraction. I don't have those. Okay. All right, gotta keep that in mind. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do with my move 1 space is then I will move over this way. Okay. All right, so that's done. I have plenty to spend. I have 7 points to spend, but let me go ahead and grab my freebies. I have 6 cards here. I got all of my freebies back. And I can spend up to 7. Maybe it's a good time to grab Critical Blow and then you save that. So that as soon as she shows up, we're just going to, fuck the shit out of her. with her giant hammer and 3 damage plus the giant hammer. So that's 6 damage. Oh, she's not even dead yet. She has 7 HP. So we can't one hit kill her. So maybe hold off on Critical Blow. Maybe get something more useful. So I'm gonna grab Sprint then. So Sprint is 2, 1, 2. we can start. Well, for planning, you get additional 3. Um, you get additional 3 dice to use for next horror roll. That's kind of crazy. I have 5 more points. Well, because of this requirement, then we should grab distraction and improvise. Then, right? So you know what? I'll grab distraction, just because we have that buddy up situation going on. So distraction is 3. 1, 2, 3. I have 2 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll grab 2 close calls. So that's 10. Okay. All right. So Tormentor activates. So there's no trap anymore. So everything's good. It's quiet. We're gonna draw the next tarot card. And it's going to be Solitary Danger, and this is also a map. We're getting a lot of map cards during this playthrough, because the last playthrough with the same setup, we got a lot of her cards. So people were just getting into traps like left and right. If the killer is not in the same space, okay. So we can ignore this too. So nothing's happening. Wow. Okay. We go to and then no one's panicking and nothing to upkeep. So we're gonna go back to the action phase here for Charlie. Do we have a sprint? We do, but we can just use a walk. So let me just go ahead and use a walk and see if we can save 2 more people. I get 1 success, 2 maybes. 1 success, 1 maybe. Let's just use close call to reroll 1, the fail. Now I have 2 maybes. Do I want to? I don't. We just. I do actually. Well, let's use the 2 focus cards to turn the maybe into a yes, so it becomes double success. That means I can walk 2 spaces. So gonna grab him and move him over here 1, and then gonna grab 2 and move him down here 2, and you must save 2 or more at a time. Now, if all of them are there, can I just only send 2? Or if there are multiple, I guess we can send all 4 of them out, right? If they just happen to be in that space, I don't think it matters once you get to that space. At any point during the action phase, if you're in the green space, even if passing through, any victims that are in the space may be saved. It says any victim, so there's no limit. So we can actually send all of them out, which is amazing, because now we can have we'll have the ultimate for Charlie. So, but let's resolve it 1 at a time. So, and then I also have to reduce that time by 1 because of the using the walk action card here. So the first one is move 1 space. So I'm going to go ahead and move back up here so we can grab them next. And then I'm going to use the second save victim to reduce horror level. So that means it goes down here and we get 1 additional time. And then we're going to use the third person to do the same thing. So we get 1 additional time. And then the last person, 1 additional time. So we have 8 total there. And then because we have completely completed all of the requirements here for her to get her ultimate, we flip this card. and we gain access to our ultimate. So during the action phase, you may lose 3 HP to gain the critical blow. So to be able to get this by sacrificing 3 HP, it's nice actually, but it's kind of risky. All right. Oh, and I need to log that here. So that we saved 1, 2. We saved a total of what? 6 people. Okay. And she has only managed to kill 1 thus far. Okay. We can still do a lot. I can. Now after that, every time you save somebody, what happens? If after you've already gotten your ultimate. I think you just gain time or something, probably. There's it's listed in the ultimate ability. Yeah, you gain additional time for any additional victim save for her. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do a walk. Two maybes, 1. And then we also have to get rid of distraction too, for me to be able to send 1 person on his way. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice weak attack and short rest to turn one of the maybes into a yes. So that means I can move up down 1 space with that person and lose 1 time. And then I'm going to get rid of the distraction. I'm going to discard my distraction card to nullify the effect of Buddy Up, and this person gets saved. And I gain 1 time. So I have saved 7 people. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the planning phase. So I have 8 points actually to spend. I should grab critical blow now, I think. Just so that we have it with us. So I'm going to grab critical blow for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 more, and I'm going to grab sprint so we can move around for 2. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I was already in the arcade space. I should have also done the claw token. It doesn't even require us to use any time slots actually to do that. So I just have to remember to do it. So okay. All right, now she activates, but there's no active trap. And I still have 1 close call here too. And then we're gonna draw the tarot card. Okay, now we're talking. Another person actually gets trapped. So space furthest from you. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So between these 2, and then we always pick the one with the most victims. So she gets strapped to a trap here. So, and it's going to be the fireworks target. We've done this one before. Surrounded by massive amount of mortars and rockets. There's a slow fuse, but if you don't escape, they all go boom. So, and we got 5 turns actually to save this individual. All right. Hopefully that'll be the last trap for this in this game. This could be another trap, though. We'll see. Okay, so that's done. There's no one is panicking because no one's dead, and nothing to maintain for the upkeep. Okay, so now we're back to the final girl, Charlie. Um, we're going to sprint towards the person who is in the fireworks target trap. So I'm gonna use sprint. We got one success, one maybe. We'll just use the one success for 2 spaces. So 1, 2, and then I lose 1 time slot. I'm gonna use sprint again to get to that person. Double success, so 3 spaces. 1, we just need 1 success. 2, so now we're already there. And then we lose 1 time slot. Okay. First thing we have to do there is actually find the fuse, and that requires 4 time slots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's taken care of. And then we have to cut the fuse, and that requires us to deal 2 damage. I can use critical blow. You know what? Let's use critical blow. I mean, she is gonna show up in 2 turns. We can sacrifice 3 HP. Once that's available, we can sacrifice 3 HP to grab that anyway. Let's use critical blow. Let's save this gal. Let's try and save her. And then we have to wait 1 round though to be able to finally cut her loose. 1 success, so that's 2 damage. This goes down by 1. So this goes up by. Did I not? Hold on. Where were we? Why am I down to all the way to 0? What did I do? This is supposed to be 6, right? Okay. And then I use sprint, and I lose 1. And then I use another sprint, and I use 1. Yeah. Why was that all the way down to 0? I don't. Okay. Silly. Okay. Let me think. Was I doing something? No, I only have these 4 cards. And then the previous one, yeah, there's nothing that would allow me to that would bump that way down. I might have just accidentally pushed it down or something. But yeah, I'm supposed to be at a 4 right now because that requires 1 space, a 1 time loss, and another time loss, and then now we get 1 success, so 2 damage. Oh no, because we were using that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's right. See, I knew that I forgot something. Okay, so 2 damage, 1 reduction in horror. That means that we regain 1 time slot, and then the turn ends. But we are able to take care of the second requirement. So next turn, this person should be saved. But we only have 1 point here to spend, but we get all of our freebies back for the planning phase. So we got 2 focus here and then 2 walks. Okay. Almost all of our freebies back. Oh no, we got all of it. 6. Okay. Very nice. For the and we're also gonna grab 1 close call. Oops. And then this goes back up here. All right, good. And we use 1 point for close call, and then goes back here. All right, so she's gonna activate the trap. So it's gonna move up by 1, and we lose 1 time slot for that. And then this is the last tarot card, so she's going to show up next turn. Of course, tick-tock, speed up the clock. So that's the last tarot card. So this is going to move up 1 more. So now it's down to 4, which is still fine. We should be able to save the next turn. Okay, so now it's Charlie's turn. Now, only when you can't resolve the tarot deck is when Oh yeah, because that's gonna flip, and then at the end of the then that's how it's gonna. That's how it works. Let's see here, bloodlust event. Tarot cards. When there are no tarot cards left in the tarot deck, the finale will be revealed during the upkeep phase. Okay, so it's actually revealed now during the upkeep. Flip the card face up and place it in the same space. Some finale cards will have immediate effect, and some have ongoing effects that should be applied. In the rare case, the finale is revealed, but the dark power card is still on face down, so both of them will be revealed now. And then the new finale killer action shows up in the upper left-hand corner that will replace the initial. Okay, new action will occur during the killer phase for the remainder of the game. Okay, so during the upkeep, if there's nothing left here, that happens. So we don't wait until next turn, because that means that you get a free round without any threat. So I can see why that is. But with the Tormentor, let me just check here real quick with her situation. Okay. Once the finale has been revealed, the Tormentor will be placed on the board at the beginning of the next killer phase. So we'll set her up during the next killer phase. Okay. But now we're going to reveal both the finale card and also the dark power. So her dark power here is the unfair trap. So that means that the all the requirements actually bumped up by 1. And then game over is her finale. And looks like she activates traps twice before moving twice and attacking twice. Oh, wow. She's, really mean. People are gonna die for sure. Okay, so let's not panic yet. Okay, and I keep forgetting to use the claw machine even though I went past the freaking arcades. Okay. But I think it's only when you stop there, though, because this is while in an arcade space. I think it's when you stop there. When you're moving past, I don't think you can use that. I guess that would make sense to me. Because dropping off people, yes, they say even if you're just passing by. But with this, I guess it requires you to rummage through piles of items. I don't think you can do this while you're passing by. So. And it wouldn't be covered here in the core box, so. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Final girl. Okay. Let's try and save this person. Okay. I already did the TikTok thing, right? Because I'm down to 4. Yeah, I already did. Okay. Unless the previous one, no. Okay. Yeah, and with that, it's supposed to just down by 1, but she's down by 2 slots. So turn 11. Okay, well, let's go ahead and save her. So untie the victim for 2 time slots, but because the trap is unfair, so it actually requires 3. 1, 2, 3. But we're able to take care of that. So she is released from the trap. But doesn't mean that she's gonna survive because now the Tormentor is gonna show up, and depending on where she's going to spawn, she might be able to kill a couple of people. All right. So then we should start moving. Do we have sprint? No, we have walk. We have 2 walks. So the closest exit would be right here. So 1, 2. Let's see if we can get them out. So I'm going to use walk. Double success. So 1, 2, and we're going to send these 2 out. So that means 1, 2. 1, 2. So now we have 3 slots. 3 time slots. Okay, so we're gonna use walk and try and grab this person, but the problem now is we can't, because remember, because of the buddy up system, they can only escape if they have a buddy with them, but unless you sacrifice distraction or improvise, and I don't have that. But I should still, I think I should, okay, these guys are pretty close to over here. I think I'll hold off on, let's hold off on walk because I don't know where the killer is gonna show up, because that's gonna be revealed using the this next setup card there. So instead, what I should do is see if I can gain more time slots. I'm gonna use focus. 1 success, 2 fails, so I get 1 more. And then, no, because you have to have a double here to gain any benefit from it, and then it goes back down by 1. So I think that's just a waste of time. I think we should just, instead, what would be better would be just to sacrifice the card to get the time slots that I want. So 1. I'll keep weak attack. I'll sacrifice short rest to get another 1 so we can get critical blow. I'll sacrifice close call to get, now I have 6. That's enough for critical blow. It would be nice to be able to sprint as well, but that should be enough for now. Okay, so during the preparation, should I grab critical blow now? You know, I have her ult to sacrifice 3 to get critical blow. So you know what? So instead of getting critical blow now, I should get sprint. So I should get double sprint. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then because the killer is going to be here, so I'm going to grab a guard. So now I have, and I want to, okay, sounds good to me. Okay. All right, so now it's going to be revealed where she's going to spawn. So we're going to grab this. And she is going to spawn on the stage there on the, where I'm at. So I'm going to get attacked twice. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, wow. This is... you bitch. What bad luck. See the K there? That's how you spawn the Tormentor at the end of the, when she's revealed. Using you draw another setup card. So, and then we shuffle this back in. Okay, now she's going to activate, and she is going to, oh, I need to remove this. We save this person. So she was only able to kill 1 so far. And we saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. But there are 3. Oh, and I forgot to add the additional 3 victims. Yeah, that spawned earlier through via one of the tarot cards. So we have 6 left in the play space, and I saved 9 thus far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and then she was able to kill 1. Okay. She's going to activate traps twice, or it's going to progress twice, but there are no more traps, so it's just between her and us now. She's going to look for the final girl or any other victim, move, and then attack. We are already here. We just happen to be on the stage, and she's been hiding behind that stage. So she's going to basically just attack us twice. Thankfully, her attack damage is very low. She only attacks for 1. So, and we also have guard. So for the first attack, we're going to use guard and see what happens. If we have retaliate, that would have been great right now. I got 1 success, so reduce the damage by 2. But she has a small knife, and then she's only able to slice off like a very shallow wound across your arm. So 1 damage, barely actually even. You can call it a wound. It's just a scratch. So nothing happened. So we were able to guard ourselves from the damage. What is this? Oh hell, it's going to attack, dodge, deflect, or whatever I have to do to stay alive. Okay, so that was successful though, so we didn't get damage. But then she's going to attack again because she attacks twice. So after that attack, she's going to look for a victim again, or the final girl, move, and then attack 1 more time. So she's going to attack her again. And I don't have anything else that I can use to defend myself. So I am going to get damage for 1. Or Charlie is going to get damage for 1. Okay, so that's done. No one's panicking, nothing in the upkeep. Okay. Now, we have 2 sprints. Now, when she moves, she can also only move 1 space. So, thankfully, her bloodlust actually didn't go up because she wasn't able to kill a lot of people. She did manage to trap 3 of them, but she was only able to kill 1 of the people that she trapped. And I think she even trapped us, right? No, she wasn't able to trap us this game. Thankfully. So, yeah, we didn't get trapped. And I think that's the reason why we're kind of very successful right now with this particular playthrough. So we're going to run away from that space. We can't... the victims will not follow you into a space with a killer, so we need to grab this person and send them off via there are 3 exits, right? 1. Where are the other 2 exits? What the 3rd exit? There are only 2 exits in this game, in this on this map. Wow, this map only has 2 exits. Okay, the backstage and the entrance. Those are the only 2 exits here. So we need to grab him towards the and take him towards the entrance. The only problem here is we don't have we need to have 2 people because of buddy up. This buddy up is really gonna fuck us up. Okay, so let's do a sprint. One success, so I'm able to move 2 spaces. So I'm gonna grab him on my way down there. So 1 and then 2. And then since I'm in the arcade space, and then I'm gonna lose 1 time slot, I'm gonna use the claw machine, and so I'm gonna be able to check everything and pick 1 item of my choice to grab. So let me just see here for okay, so we have the extension cord, and the other one is a security badge. The security badge, take the planning action when you take this item. Victims in your space never panics. Okay, this is not going to help me. The extension cord is not going to help me at this point. Even though kind of, sort of. If I'm in the arcade area, the four spots here, if the killer just happens to be in one of the other spots, I can use this as a long-range attack. If you're in or adjacent to a space, you may attack any arcade space regardless of range. So it might be a good item to grab, but we'll just keep that in mind. Let's check the other ones that we have. I have to remember the sequence of this, okay? There's a fire axe. 1 extra damage. Attacking a minion will gain you 2 extra damage. I'm not sure if that's going to be very helpful. Bags of marble. Spend time to place marbles token in adjacent space without one. If anyone enters a space with a marble token, discard it and they lose 1. I'm going to grab this. That's the one I want. I'm going to grab this. And you can use it 3 times? Yes. This is what I choose with the claw machine token. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use that now. So we're going to use it once. We're going to spend 1 time, and we're going to use, where's the token for that? We're going to place that here. Okay. Fun stuff. And when she goes down this way, we're just gonna have her go down that way, just for fun. She doesn't know that it's there, you know, but I can use more. It's just adjacent, right? Adjacent space. So that means I can't walk in there myself, because if anyone enters the space with a marble token discarded and they lose, since it says anyone, even the victim? So you can accidentally kill a victim if they panic into that space. It's what I'm reading. If you know. Yeah. It says anyone. So anyone who enters the space. So we just have to be careful and make sure that the victims are not going to panic into go into that room. Okay, so we're going to use sprint again. We get a double this time, so I can move 3 spaces. So what we're going to do is... Oh, 1, 2, grab another person, 3. Okay. For some reason I thought there's these 2 spaces are not connected to each other. And then I also still have a walk. Oh, and then I lose 1 time slot. And then I also have a walk, so I'm going to use the walk here. One success, so we're gonna move them here, lose 1 time, we're gonna send them on their way, so we gain 1, 2, so now we have 4, and I saved 2 more. Very nice. Okay, and this is turn number 11, right? Yeah, because we have 10 and then this is number 11. Oh, this is 12 actually, because 11 is when she first... Yeah. No, that was 11. No, this is turn number 12. Okay. All right, so I can't do anything else. So I'm going to go... Well, I'm going to go ahead and use a bag of marbles again for... should I? Or should I just save up for... Yeah, I'm going to save up because I'm going to grab either Retaliate or Furious Strike. Maybe Retaliate. Well, I think I'm going to grab Retaliate. So, okay. Now we're going to planning stage. Oh, but I need to be able to move, so I can't even grab Retaliate. Do we have walk? Yes, we do have walk. Okay. So during the planning phase here, I'm gonna grab the freebies. Oh no, YosUki is up, so she wants to go out in the middle of the night. Did I wake you, girl? Okay, give me a second. And then I'm gonna grab retaliate. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take. Do I want Furious Strike or Retaliate? I think I'm gonna take Retaliate because of the way that she moves. And that's it. All right, girl. I'll take you out. Lord have mercy. All right. Let's see if I remember where I'm at or where I was at. I forgot to pause the app. And then other things started happening after I took Suki out. So where was I? I think it's our turn, right? I guess I can check the footage. Let me just do that. Okay, so actually what happened was I just finished the planning phase. So now it is the killer phase. Gotta use this app better, because you can actually pause the game in the app and then, kind of pin it to remind you which phase that you're at right now when you pause the game. So I need to be able to do that. But anyway, so it is actually the Tormentor's turn. So she's gonna activate traps. She's gonna move the traps forward twice, but we don't have any more traps out here. So she's going to go ahead and move towards the final girl or any victim who's close by. So anybody, move once, attack, and then find the victim again, move once, attack. So the closest is going to be this person here. And so she's only moving one space every time she moves. So the first target is going to be this person. So she's going to move over here once and then attacks, but there's nobody there. So she's going to find another target again that's closest and still this person, move here, and then attacks. So this person is dead. So she gets a second bloodlust. She already has her dark power revealed, and it's related to the trap, so it doesn't even, thankfully, it's not going to impact her ability to come get us. She's only still moving one spot at a time, but now her attack power has increased to 2. Okay, so now we're going to go into the panic phase. No one's sharing the space, so no one's panicking. Oh, and then that's the ball of marbles. And then there's nothing for me to resolve. So now it's back to Charlie. So what we can do with Charlie is we're going to grab those people over there and get them out. We only have a walk. That's it. Yeah, well, she needs to move one. Oh yeah, she's not going to be able to get here in time, but she's going to be able to go one. Okay, yeah, so should be fine. Let's get to those people. So we're going to move. We're going to walk. Two maybes, one no. So I'm going to go ahead and. Should I roll? No. So I'm going to use a close call to re-roll one. I'm going to re-roll the fail die here. It becomes 1 success. So we can move up to 2 space. We can move up to 1 space, and then we lose 1 turn. Oh no, but we can also change one of the other maybes into a yes. So I'm going to use 2. Let's use focus and 2 focus. And turn that into a double, so 1, 2, and then I lose 1 time slot. Should I use a short rest? I have lost only 1 HP thus far. And she only damages for 2, but she attacks twice, so that's 4 damage if she's able to get to me. I think I'm going to keep short rest for now. Okay, so we're going to end our turn here. So we have 5 points to spend. I'm going to grab 1 sprint for 2. And then we also have a free walk here. And then we have 3 more points to spend. I'm going to grab a guard. So that's another 2. And then 1 close call. Okay. Alright, now she activates, so she's going to look for a victim. There are no more traps, so that doesn't matter, the first trap activation thingy. So she's going to look for the closest victim, and that would be us that over here. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are the closest. So she's going to go, she's going to move 1 space, attacks, but she doesn't have anybody there, and then she's going to move 1 more space and potentially attack, but nobody's in range. Okay, so that's cool. So now what we're going to do, and then there's nothing to resolve, no panic. Our turn now. We're going to go ahead and use sprint and get those 2 out. And before I use sprint, I'm going to use a bag of marbles again for 1 time slot. So we're going to place that here. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and sprint. I get a triple success. So we can move up to 3 spaces. So 1, 2, and then we're going to send these 2 out. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I lose 1 time slot. Okay, so I saved 13 people. 13. Oh, and then she kills 2. That's right. Okay, there's 1 more victim left on the map. All right. I still have time to spend. So do I have another sprint? No, I have a walk. Okay, so I think what I need to do next is I think I should just wait here. So I will be the closest person for her to attack, and then she's going to get 1 damage for moving into that space there. And then by the time she gets to me, I'm going to retaliate. So I'm going to just stay here. I think this is the best decision. And then I need to put another pip there because I have used 2 of the traps. I can only use this 3 times. Okay, so I have 6 points to spend. And I'm going to grab critical blow now. Okay. Big risk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, so that's done. So now she gets to move. She moves. Remember, she moves once. She moves. She activates the traps twice. No, there are no traps on the map. She's going to look for the closest victim, and that is us. It could be any victim or the final girl. Looks like it's the icon showing. So she's going to walk towards us. So she's going to walk over here. She's going to lose 1 HP because she stepped on that trap on the bag of marbles. So she lost 1 HP. And that is lost now. And I'm not in that space, so she's going to move down here. second move, and she's going to attack us. I do have retaliate, so I'm going to go ahead and use retaliate. Double. So I ignore all attacks and I attack back. Okay, so she's going to attack for 2, but I ignore all attacks with retaliate if you get a double success. I'm not scared anymore. The next time it attacks, I'll be ready. I'm going to kill that godforsaken thing. Okay, that's the flavor text. So because I also have the giant hammer, so that's +3 damage. So I retaliated for 2 + 3, so 5 damage. Oh, this is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think we might be able to kill her next turn. Okay, and then there's no panicking, and there's no nothing to resolve for the upkeep. Okay, so now it is my turn. So the final girl's turn. I'm going to go ahead and use critical blow. No, let's not go crazy, because if this is going to reveal additional HP, and remember that because she's down to 1, I also get additional an additional die, because when one of us whenever one of us actually goes all the way down to 1, you get the what's that called, the effect of that. Let's make sure that we're doing it right. Adrenaline rush. If either the final girl and or the killer only has their final token remaining, either black or white, you may roll +1 additional dice for all of your horror rolls, +2 dice if they're both down. This is indicated by +1 on the back of the final health tokens. If additional health is recovered such that they have more than just 1 health token remaining, this benefit is lost. So I get to roll 4 to attack her. We're just going to use weak attack, so we're not, in case she's able to get back up. So we're going to use weak attack. And remember, I'm rolling 4 because of adrenaline rush. And I get 1 success. That's all I need, 1 success. 1 success, 1 maybe. I can even turn that into a yes. Yeah, I'm going to use short rest and close call to turn the maybe into a yes. That way I don't incur any damage. Oh, you know what? And then when I use the hammer earlier, though, I mean, that will cause me 1 additional HP. Now, I'm not going to use the hammer during this attack because I only need to damage her for 1. So I'm not going to end my turn after this. But yeah, it's gonna be a double, so I get to damage her for 1. So let's see if she's dead or she's able to get back up. So here we go. She's dead. We won. She's dead at the entrance. So that was really fun. I was worried. I think I think the trick with the Tormentor is just the Tormentor. I like to call it a Tormentor. Make her sound more menacing. So I think the trick with fighting the Tormentor is just to make sure that you don't overspend on your turns. Your time tracker there, the time slots. And yeah, try and get to the victims as quickly as possible. Yeah, make sure that she doesn't, because and I think it's very luck dependent though with the Tormentor, because if we keep triggering traps, because at one point, like during the previous playthrough, I think, or 2 playthroughs ago, it could be the last one, we have like four traps active at once. It was like totally insane. And then I guess after that it was just so hard to recover. But I think because the more you play this game, I mean, some of the things that I noticed that I might have done incorrectly or not, or forgetting to do, For example, being able to add time, not just at the end of the action phase, but you can just at any time during the action phase, you can sacrifice cards so that you can do things. So you also have to remember that you have always have that option. And yeah, trying to get items I think also helps with because the cool thing about this killer is there's no you don't get deaths immediately, but if you don't manage your time properly, people are gonna start dying. But like with the other killers, they're walking around and started killing people, except unless you're playing against the intruders. I don't know what happened during that match, but the intruders, they were just pretty much just staying um, at the same location like 90% of that game until the very end when they started moving around, which is kind of funny. But anyway, but I still lost to that game, Charlie got actually triple team at the end. But this was really fun. I do like this Buddyland map, but I think they missed some opportunities to create like some cool things with this map, not just the arcade situation. I think with the main stage, for that to impact like what's happening around it, I think would have been cool because it's a main stage, I mean, it's the focal point of the whole space that people are able to see easily. So, but anyway, I really like this game. I really like Final Girl. It's definitely one of the better board games that I have, if not perhaps the best even. I really like Marvel, Legendary Marvel and Marvel Champions though, but this is really cool. I had fun. We might play the Tormentor again next game. Maybe we'll change up the map, but we'll see. But yeah, really cool, and we won. It was hard work, but we won, and I think that like I said, it was more manageable during this playthrough. How everything happened, and a lot of the tarot cards ended up being useless for the Tormentor because it didn't apply to her because she's not on the map until the very end. So yeah, very cool game. I had a good time. If I'm sorry if the mood seemed to be different when I came back after the last AFK. Sometimes things happen, so sometimes I don't get back to this game like immediately, even though it's not shown on the video. But sometimes things happen in between me leaving the table. So, but yeah. I will be playing this again very soon. I don't think I'm going to be switching up my my board games here anytime soon. I think after this though, I'm going to play something like Sleeping Gods or something crazy like that. But I'm going to try and maximize my time with Final Girl here for the next week or so, until I get tired of it. I don't think I can get tired of this though. This is really this is really fun. So thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. I truly appreciate it. Happy gaming!